we are in Ecruteak like I said it was gonna be last time. Ooh, shocks. But, we have Koala in the lead because he is, the lowest, and also he needs to get something better than goddamn Ember. That's for damn sure. So, we are on Route 38, which I've mentioned before when I was talking about Tauros, Miltank, and Meowth, which is, yeah. And that's pretty much it. If you don't know, Miltank, Tauros are good. Meowth is a little less than good, but it's still a decent choice if you really want to pick it. So, yeah. There are two other Pokemon I haven't talked about, and we are going to talk about them. If you're playing Gold and Silver, it is not in Crystal, sadly. I will have to find one of these for an HM slave eventually. But there is a Farfetch'd that... No, there are Farfetch'd to be found here. That was not proper, anything, really. But, Farfetch'd, fine, normal. To be honest, Pidgey's better. And even though it gets access to better moves early on, I think it gets Slash really early, actually. And it can actually hold the item stick now, which increases its critical chance, which is cool for Slash, but its stats are pitiful. It doesn't get that great of a move pool in this game. Overall, it's kind of rough going for this thing. Like, here's a way better flyer, Doduo, and I still struggle to recommend this. It's a very Pokemon. It's better than garbage, but not much. The last one is actually very interesting. It is Magnemite. This is a electric steel type. It is a different type than what it was in the first generation. It has gained a steel type to its electric type, of course, which makes sense. I mean, it was a magnet, so props to them for actually changing something that was obvious. I did not mean to do that. But when it comes to usefulness, it is actually very useful. It resists a lot of the normal, like, well, normal type attacks and a lot of the normal things you will find. It is weak to fire, sucks. It is doubly weak to ground, which sucks. This looks like an item would be here, but there is not. Did I collect this? Yeah, I did, right? I'm sorry, I just had it. Yep. Ugh. Back to Magnemite. The biggest problem with it, though, even though it has those weaknesses, there are several issues with it. One, it does not get any moves that are good. It gets Tri-Attack at 35. Thundershock, of course, really early, but that's... You're not getting anything unless you go buy a Slam TM. It gets Zap Cannon at 53, which is... Zap Cannon sucks anyway. So, it's not the greatest. It does get Thunderbolt once you beat the Elite Four, but... Really? That's so far away from now. It's... The best example I could give, it's bad now, but it's really good later. That's not even an example, that's explaining. Don't listen to me, apparently I don't know what I'm talking about. Ugh. So, like, this route is filled with good Pokemon besides Farfetch'd, but a lot of them, two of them need a lot of work. So, if you can't handle it, don't get them. Miltank, though, I'm not going to look for it now, but it is a planned team member of ours, and I will be looking for one off screen after this part, because I didn't want to start on this route without showing it first, and also I didn't want to search for it right now. I'm lazy. Sorry. But, I love Headbutt, by the way. It just flinches everything. And we are so close. Look at that. Look at that. We are about 1/3 to Flame Wheel. Flame Wheel. And this is a person with Mr.Mime. Remember it because he has a phone number. And I skip phone numbers all the time because they're not really important. Though this guy, I think, gives you water stones. Or he can. Maybe not. Your special defense is pretty good, so we're gonna headbutt you. But, last time I was talking about progression in this game, and I think I got to Whitney and talked about... And, real quick, I want to point something out, because that reminded me. Substitute in, the first generation, Magnemite, Mr. Mime was the only Pokemon that was capable of learning it by level up. And I think in this generation, there's only Mr. Mime 2. I could be wrong on that. There could be another one I'm not thinking of. I don't remember Zatu's moveset, but I'm pretty sure it's not Substitute. I forgot to get the phone number. Forgot. But back to my progression thing, I was talking about the Miltank and how it's really just kind of an odd placement. This sucks. This Corsola sucks for me. Let's go Gengar then. But one of the things that's probably it fits with what we've been fighting. If you look at, we went from Pidgeotto to Scyther, I should still be faster, to a Miltank, and then we get a Gengar in the 4th gym as we just fought recently. It probably fits the most, but you also fight 2 Haunters, which is fine, and a Ghastly. I don't think the Ghastly should be there. I really feel as if you didn't want to put Mr. in the gym, you should have just taken out the Ghastly for Morty. I mean, he is the gym. This is Route 39, by the way, which there's no new Pokemon. They just flip some ratios. They're not really important. But back to what I was talking about. Morty should have just had 2 Haunters and a Gengar, or just maybe a Mr. maybe? But, okay, you didn't want to put it, then just get rid of the Ghastly. Ghastly doesn't belong there. If you can kill the Haunter, you can easily kill the Ghastly. That's my opinion on it. Well, we'll stay out. It shouldn't hurt us that bad. Water Gun does hurt, but not too bad. And by the way, back to my conversation of back in the Union Cave, or no, last part when I was fighting those 3 girls. Look, we're fighting stuff that barely breaks 20. When we were just fighting stuff that reached 24 and were fully evolved forms. We fought a Starmie, for God's sakes. What is wrong with this? But you have Morty with the Gengar, and that's cool. And so we move on to the next gym. Okay, it's Chuck, obviously. And he has a Poliwrath. I thought Quilava learned Flame Wheel at 30. Or is it 32? Or is it 31? Crap. Oh, my pack is full. We are actually... There's also a Nugget here. We're gonna skip this and go down to fight trainers because I need to apparently get Quilava to 31. I think it might be 31 now that I think back, or maybe it's 32. I know it's around here. Pikachu. And then we have Chuck with his amazing Poliwrath and Primeape, which Primeape's incredibly fast, so it's kind of weird. And then Poliwrath is a good choice because you can hit super effective pretty easily at this point, or at that point. You should have a flying type or an electric type. They've been readily available. And also a grass type maybe. And there's another type I'm trying to think of real quick. No, you can't get that early, so well, you can. You could also just face it with water type neutralness, I guess. But overall, it's it fits. You have 2 evolved Pokemon, so the next one should obviously be, I don't know, maybe 3? Maybe 3 fully evolved? No, we get Steelix and 2 Magnemites. I've already complained about that, but it's still irritating to me. Maybe you should have just gone Magnemite, Magneton, Steelix, or Magnemite, Steelix, Magneton, or anything besides 2 Magnemites, because anyone could fight that. Not really hard. Even if, like, you're super under leveled, 2 Magnemites at that point, it's like, okay. Bye-bye. Easy fight. And then you go to Price, and it's an ice gym, and I understand they want you to have the accessibility to choice, but his levels being lower than Jasmine's is a problem. And then he has a Piloswine, a Dugong, and a Sea. I don't remember his team actually, but I do know it should have had maybe a Lapras, maybe a Jinx. There are plenty of like Pokemon they could have chose for that gym, and I feel like they chose not even the easiest ones, just the weirdest ones. Like Piloswine makes sense, but it goes well with Dugong, but I could have chosen some other ones. Split Gym's gonna want to evolve, and we're gonna say no. Now, if you haven't kept up, the reason of that is because at level 37, Smoochum learned Psychic, but Jinx does not learn Psychic in its normal moveset. We are now in Olivine City, which is a port city. This is Silver. He's gonna talk about where our goal is for the gym. So we're gonna find out that in fact the gym leader is not in this gym at all, which is weird. If we go in it, nothing's here at all. It's also one of the shortest gyms ever. We'll talk to this guy, and is at the lighthouse. There's a sick Ampharos, which we will eventually have to cure because we are the main character, that she's trying to take care of. And I understand lighthouses are incredibly important, so I don't really mind, but we are gonna have to climb it, and there's no elevator, or elevator that goes up, down, I guess. Yeah, okay, here's Strength. The Strength HM can be found here. What do you have to say? Oh yeah, his rare Pokemon, that's... Well, we will find something out about that. So, we are gonna... I think... No, it's over this way. Actually, we do have to go catch ourselves a new team member, which I will do for the next part. I'll just cut to it. We are going to go Route 38, and I will sit there and explore. And we also have to mess around with this building, so we are not getting out of here scot-free. We still have a bunch to do. And also, there's an item that I didn't grab. Oh, you can't grab that. Right? Yeah, you can. I thought you could get on the other side, maybe, but memory is not that great. So, next time, we'll be taking on... Well, we'll be catching a new team member. We'll be taking on some of Olivine's Lighthouse and moving forward with the story and to the next gym leader. So, till then.